So let's have a look at conditional formatting. And again, conditional formatting has been available in Microsoft Excel over many versions, but it's really increased the power really in these more later versions. Some of the conditional formats that you can now choose are not compatible with Office 2003 and earlier versions. So it's just to be aware of that some of them will not be able to be seen by those that are using it in their compatibility view. Now I'm going to select my data on here, so I'm just going to select some of the totals, and conditional formatting is where you format data based on conditions that you set, and conditional formatting is now found on the home ribbon. I can see it up here and I'm going to click and I have my different options. Now the first couple of options are picking up really from what was available in previous versions, and they are compatible with the earlier versions of Excel. The next three down, the data bars, colour scales and icon sets, are all new and therefore not compatible with the earlier versions. So let's just have a look at how you could highlight cells that are greater than a particular value, and this is something that's come from the previous version. So I'm just going to go across to greater than, and I'm going to click. And a box appears, and in the background I can also see here that it's automatically formatting some of the text, and the reason for that is because it's picked the average amount out of here and placed it in the box, and it's chosen the light red fill with a dark red text. So first of all I'm going to change that figure in there. In fact, I'm just going to cancel for a moment, and I'm going to just select my 4 figures here because that will give us much more variation. And I'm going to go back to the box there. I can see now that the average figure has changed, so I'm going to now say where it's over 1.5 million. And I can see in the background now that it's automatically now included that second figure. If I wanted to, I could change from the light red fill with dark red text. I could change, for example, for yellow fill, or I could choose a completely different custom format. And I'm going to OK. So now if I was to change one of those figures, maybe I'm going to make that as 1.4 and hit my enter key. Obviously the conditional formatting has been removed. So it's worth having a look round at those ones that come under the highlight cells rules. Also top bottom rules, these are good. This is where you could choose, for example, the top 10. Although it says the top 10, you can then change that to any number. So you could say the top 5, the top 3, and I like the above and below average because that will actually work out the average for you, and then it will format it accordingly. So let's just say above average, and I can see the information already formatted here. And again, I could change this formatting if I wanted to. Let's have a look at some of the new functionality within conditional formatting. Now, as I say, this is not compatible with 2003 and earlier. And I'm going to have a look first of all at data bars, and let's just hover over them. And you can see in the background the data bars appearing in the cells. So it will shade a cell from left to right, and it will find the highest value, and the rest are compared to them. Colour scales, similar to a weather map. So you can see whether it's the higher numbers that are the green coming down to the red. And icon sets are very popular. This is where it will put an icon in a cell, such as arrows or traffic lights, and I can see in the background that what that causes to happen is that the columns are now not wide enough, so I would need to adjust these columns to be able to see the traffic lights and the actual figure. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to change my column width. So I've selected all of them, and I'm going to go between just 2, so I get the double arrowhead, and I'm going to double click to create the auto fit, and there I can see my conditional formats. Now, to remove the conditional formats, it may be that you only want to remove it from certain cells, in which case just select those cells, or just be somewhere on your spreadsheet if you want to remove all conditional formatting. And I'm just going to go back to conditional formatting, and I can see near the bottom there I have clear rules, and I'm going to choose clear rules from entire sheet, and the conditional formatting disappears.